Hello, everybody. Welcome over here. Today, let's talk about Yelp and give you a few pointers as to how to get Yelp going, Yelp reviews. And let me save you from a Yelp headache in about a minute a day. Really, it's about a minute a day. Very, very simple. Most businesses do not fail on Yelp, they walk straight into a trap. Here's what usually happens. You ask your customers for reviews, someone finally leaves one on Yelp, and then disappears. Or worse, 1 star. Now you're frustrated, confused, and blaming Yelp. And how you asked was, right? So there's actually, yeah, it really is Yelp's not problem. There's actually a few ways you can actually look up this individual and really see, do they tend to leave a bunch of negative reviews or they tend to leave positive reviews, or right, do they actually have a active Yelp account, right? If they actually have a very good active Yelp account, typically those reviews, right, they don't get filtered out, um, right? Because those, right, they kind of understand Yelp, the reviews stick, they don't get filtered, and Yelp actually trusts them. And right, and most businesses make one of these three mistakes. They ignore Yelp and hope for the best. They ask everyone and pray, or they do shady things that come back and bite them. So this 1 minute trick, right? Not really a trick here. It's a check that really avoids all these different things. So let me kind of show you what I meant. It's actually super simple. So all you have to do is to go on Yelp.com and you sign in with your personal account. Doesn't matter. Okay, it's to be a personal account. So what you do is you go up here and go to find friends. That's a trick here. And then all you have to do is it right. Let's say it's you obviously do know your customer's email, right? What you do is right. What you do is you put in. Let me grab a quick email just as a test over here. Let me find a client and see whether they actually have a right that personal one. Okay, good. So let me grab this one here, right? So assumption is, let's say, right, you got the client's email and you want to search for them. First of all, this lets you know, do they actually have a Yelp account? If it turns back nothing, obviously you don't even have a Yelp account. Second is what we're looking for is, do they actually use their Yelp account? And typically, as you will see, they actually have a live, right, actually real profile, and they actually left reviews, right? So what we're looking for is right, those that actually left more than 5 reviews. That's actually what we're looking for, right? Ideally more than 5. So from Yelp's point of view, they actually use it a little bit more. And you also get to see, do they tend to leave 5 star reviews or just 1 star, right? Or multiple 1 star. And obviously those are the ones you kind of want to avoid. Okay. So I'm calling this a very, very simple 1 minute exercise, right? Anytime goes beyond Google, obviously Google is still the most critical one. But with Yelp, Yelp's filter tend to be a little more strict, where easily before you reach out to them to ask for it to leave your review, simply again go to my friends, right? Just copy and paste that email in here and see, do they tend to leave reviews. First of all, do they have an active account or do they even have a account so you're not reaching out to them? And do they tend to leave positive reviews? Do they have more than 5 reviews? Okay, so hopefully, again, this is not a trick. This is really just to hopefully you're not wasting time to ask for those who don't have an active account and those that tend to leave. They're always not happy, so you're not reaching out to them. Okay, Let me know if you have any questions.